This Monday, right now at 6, the trial for the first of 5 suspects in the Julio Foolio murder trial in Tampa, now underway today. Alicia Andrews is accused of helping stalk and track the rapper last year in what authorities called an ambush-style shooting. Jury selection in her case began this morning, and Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer has been covering this for us. Joins us now live in our newsroom. Hi there, Aaron. I know you sat down with Andrews' attorneys prior to the trial here. What did they tell you?
Mark, they say Andrews has been honest with investigators all along. She admits she was with the group of suspects, but her attorneys say she had no part in the murder and was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Today, we're going to be picking a jury in a criminal case.
Alicia Andrews is the first of 5 suspects to go to trial, who are all charged in connection with the murder of Charles Jones, a Jacksonville rapper known as Julio Foolio.
Charles Jones was shot and killed while he was seated in his car.
The judge briefed potential jurors on the basic facts of the case. Jones was in Tampa to celebrate his birthday last year. Security video shows a group of shooters opening fire on Jones's car outside a hotel near USF. Rashad Murphy, Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, and Andrews are accused of making the trip from Jacksonville to Tampa to kill Jones in what investigators described as an ongoing gang war.
That perception is not reality.
Andrews' attorneys recently sat down with Fox 13 to explain why they believe she's innocent.
She was here for a trip with her boyfriend. That's it, and that's all, and found herself caught up in a mix of stuff that she was unaware about completely.
That's what she told detectives who didn't believe her. They say she and her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, acted as lookouts the night of the murder. The defense says Andrews had no idea what was about to happen.
Right. This is a case where the state tries to put her in a box and say that she is the girlfriend of one of the individuals involved and that she would do anything that this guy tells her to do because she's so in love with him.
They just leap to the conclusion, since he was there, she must know. And, it's just a faulty kind of logic.
All 5 suspects are charged with first-degree murder, but Andrews is the only one not facing the death penalty. Her lawyers say she's been honest from day one, and they think jurors will believe her.
So she has no problem telling them everything that she knows, and she did, and believing that that truth will, proverbially set her free.
And the judge told jurors this trial could last up to 2 weeks, Mark.
All right, Aaron Mesmer watching it closely for us. Aaron, thanks.
All right, we've got new developments for you in the murder case of Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio. On Friday, more investigators took the stand in the trial of Alicia Andrews. She's one of 5 people charged in connection with that murder. Now, the rapper was shot and killed right here in Tampa last year as he celebrated his birthday. Prosecutors claim that Andrews helped her boyfriend and others follow him on the night that he was shot. On Friday, Tampa detectives shared video showing Andrews in the same car that was found at the crime scene. Now, he also told jurors that he was able to track her phone leading up to the shooting. Andrews' attorneys claim she didn't know what they were plotting at the time. Trial expected to wrap up by the end of next week.
A Tampa jury is hearing new details.
Good evening. This is Evening Sky. I'm your host, Sky. Well, I finally found a news topic that could be translated as urban news. This is something I haven't been doing in a while, and this is a platinum and diamond opportunity for me because I have footage in the courtroom. There's footage of the actual incident of the killing of Julio Foolio. And of course, there has to be a female involved. Light-skinned, wavy-haired, fairly attractive young lady. She had to be in the midst. Has to be part of this. She looks serious and grim, like she doesn't want to spend the rest of her life behind bars, or at least 20 years, probably at least. That I can imagine. Accessory to a crime or involved with a second-degree murder, third-degree murder, maybe something like that. I don't know. It's my numbers are up. I'm good for views and watch hours. My numbers have gone up recently in weeks, and I appreciate that, and I thank you. That's why I'm bringing you this content, because I know you want it, but more so, I need it. That's the most important thing. I give you what you want, but it's something that I need. But I know this is a grave case. It's a serious case. It's a murder charge. Okay, who is this? Billy Hendricks says dot focus isn't what? What are you saying, Billy Hendricks? Isn't what? You have an incomplete sentence there, sir. Dot focus isn't what? Anyway, back to the trial. This is the first suspect. She's the first suspect. Ladies first. She's the first suspect in the trial. I believe they're gonna call other witnesses. I'm gonna call the people to stand. This makes sense to me. It's not a federal crime. It's a state, or I think it's a state crime. It's not a federal government issue because you wouldn't be able to have cameras in the courtroom. So I'm appreciative of that fact. The fact that you're able to see the judge, you're able to see Andrews. I'm forgetting her first name, but Andrews. You're able to see her and her lawyers are, telling them, she just got caught up. She's, because just to make the link with her boyfriend, it makes it seem like she was with something. She's no babe in the woods, allegedly. Allegedly, she's no babe in the woods. She knows something. She knew where he was at, apparently, allegedly, all kinds of things. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. If you really want to look into it, this is a very trying kind of no pun intended. It's a very trying kind of situation because, like I said, she's very attractive. She's light skinned, hair wavy. She's got the baby hairs going on and all that jazz. People want to holler at her all the time, probably something like that. So she's like, I'm not trying to spend these years in prison. I'm not trying to spend these years behind bars. That's something I'm not about to do. So, and I'm saying all this, saying she's 18 or older. She looks very young. She looks like she's in her late teens, early 20s. I'm just saying that to be careful. I've been dumping on this heavy weight on her. And she's 16, 17 years old, and that's a problem. But let's just say she's like 18 or 19. I didn't see that. I shoot from the hip and roll the dice on this channel. I shoot from the hip and I roll the dice. When you see the video, that's when I see the video. So I think that it just comes down to the facts. As always, just give me the facts. Show me the car facts. Show me the crime facts. Show me just the facts, man. I have to look up. I'm gonna look that up real quick. What show that was that? Where they say just the facts, man. Just the facts, man. That's all we need. What is this from? Yep, Dragnet. I was right. Joe Friday. All we want are the facts, man. All we want are the facts, man. That's all I want. All I want are the facts. I don't need conjecture. I don't need thinking about something else. I don't need oh well, we kind of thought somewhat a little bit over here, kind of. No, I need straight facts, straight ideas, everything straight. So let that be known. I'm gonna see if I can get another video. There's another video.
In the murder trial of Alicia Andrews, prosecutors say she helped plan and carry out the ambush.
Her first name is Alicia, and she said that she planned to carry out the ambush. She planned it all. Bumba, Foolio lived true to his name. Well, I was listening to his music. Bumba, yeah, I agree, sir. I agree. I'm listening to his music all day. I'm like, God, I'm running my guns. I got the tools. I got the sticks. I'm like, God damn, this nigga was really about that life. He was about that life. He was really about that life. I mean, if you talk it, then you walk it. And he talked and walked it. He was talking all that gang stuff. He caught some bullets. He caught some rounds. He ate those rounds. You're exactly right, Bubba. He said Foolio lived true to his name. Makes Jacksonville look bad. Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida. I wonder what Florida Boy Jay has to say. I have to link up with Florida Boy Jay. We can probably get some money together. I wonder what he has to say about this. I wonder what Florida Boy Jay would say about it. I don't know if he lives in Jacksonville, but I know he lives obviously somewhere in Florida, but I don't know which part of Florida. I think it is Jacksonville, though. If you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Florida Boy Jay is from. Is the J Jacksonville? Is that, am I dumbass? Is that it? The Florida Boy J, is that the Jackson? Is that what the J stands for in Jacksonville? Tell me if I'm right or wrong, Bumba. Let me know. I've been saying FBJ all day, and I don't know if the Jacksonville is the J in his name. Sunday says she's smoking on FBJ pack. I bet she is. They're both smoking on each other's packs. Pause. Yayo. Ayo. But they're both sat down. So, man, let me play this video.
That killed Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio during his birthday trip to Tampa last summer. News Channel 8's George MacArthur joins us from the Hillsborough County Courthouse, Georgia.
Why is this happening?
Stacey, and prosecutors really painted Andrews as a key player in what they're calling a coordinated attack using her car and her cell phone data and her actions. They say tie her directly to Tampa, but her defense attorneys say this just proves that she was here, not what she knew. Prosecutors say 22-year-old Alicia Andrews wasn't just in Tampa that night. They say she helped plan.
Hallelujah, Jesus, in the name of the Father, in the name of the blood, she's 22. I was saying some things. I was putting in my head, I'm like, she wouldn't even be taking a stand. They may not even have cameras if she was a minor. I don't think they have cameras for minors. And I don't think they would have had her on the stand by herself without, not on the stand, but within the court system without, proper representation for her being a minor. All right, she's 22. She's grown. That's a whole adult.
A calculated ambush that ended the life of Jacksonville rapper Charles Jones, known by his fans as Julio Foolio.
She's sending that on the Friday night. Hey, could I book a B&B?
All right, this is getting on my nerves. I don't know what YouTube is doing now. YouTube is doing something funny now.
In Tampa.
Prosecutors say that message kicked off the logistics of a deadly plan. From there, investigators tracked her phone, pinging off towers as she and her boyfriend drove from Jacksonville.
Their cell phones are tracking, hitting cell towers as they travel in unison all the way down to I-75, coming across from Jacksonville and heading directly into Tampa.
Hours before the shooting, prosecutors say her phone left the Airbnb, then pinged near the hotel where Foolio was gunned down by 4 other men.
The defendant's phone, 904-405-6748. This is a tower hit at 4:40 at the murder scene. She identifies herself as being in that Chevy Cruze.
But her defense attorneys say those pings don't prove intent, claiming Andrews was in Tampa to spend time with her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, another co-defendant in the case.
Because Alicia Andrews asked for 2 rooms for this romantic getaway, as he claims it to be, was some indication that she intended for this other group of guys to come to the Airbnb with them.
And prosecutors say this case is expected to last at least a week, and they will be showing surveillance video and really narrowing down on that cell phone data. However, defense attorneys are standing their grounds and saying that Andrews was here for love and not violence. But if she is found guilty, she will face life in prison. Reporting live in Tampa, I'm Georgia MacArthur, 8 on your side.
Your jury selection continues.
All right, now we're talking about jury selection. I don't know. But that's it. I mean, hey, she she really, it says she set the thing up. That's usually the ones, right? The females, they'll set you up. They'll line you up. They'll do the strategy. They'll have the whole thing planned out. They have everything all ready. They got the weapons ready. They got the route ready. They got the they got all the different tools that they might need. The face masks, the hoodies, the jeans, the sneakers, and all that figured out. Allegedly. I'm not saying she did. I'm saying allegedly. So, I mean, those are the ones. The females are the ones that'll get you hemmed up. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. You get hemmed up by these females, especially these pretty, light-skinned, wavy-haired young women. They think they look so innocent, so sweet, like Maya or something. And in reality, they're Eileen Wuornos from Monster, the actual real killer, Eileen Wuornos. I know it's a white woman, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to think of a black woman. There's probably a black woman that I'm just not even overlooking, but that's the first thing that came to mind. So I just say, I can't wait till they have cross-examination. I can't wait till they have examination. I can't wait till they have all that set up, because that's gonna cook her. Or anyway, yeah, Eileen was crazy. Yes, she was. She was crazy. She was crazy. She was one of the first, if not the only, white serial killers. There was a black serial killers in the mid 40s. I can't remember her name, but she killed her family allegedly because there's so much information that's missing. But she put poison in their food and killed 6 or 7 people in her family, including her husband and their kids or something like that. It was crazy. It was wild. Whole wild story. But anyway, maybe that's how I should compare it to. She this woman in the 40s. If you look it up right now, just type in black woman in 40s mass murderer or something like that, or serial killer. You'll find it. But anyway, this I don't know, Alicia Andrews just looks so innocent, she's just a young girl. She's got her whole life ahead of her. Oh my God, how can she go to prison? She can't go to prison for the rest of her life. She's got things to do. She's got people to see. She's got places to go. Well, we'll see what the facts say. We'll see what the truth says. That's all I'm worried about. That's all I'm concerned with. The truth, reality, what happened that night. He died, I think, the day after his birthday, and his birthday is the same as mine. He was exactly 10 years younger than me on the day. I was born in 88. He was born in 98, June 21st. June 21st, 1998 was his birthday. Just thought I'd put that in just as nothing, spooky or anything. I'm just saying it's a coincidence. And very sad, just real sad. I mean, just young guy trying to get some money, got crazy hairstyle, that's big with the kids, that's what they do. They make their hair in different formations in the Florida. They have that upalaka hairstyle. I don't know if I'm saying it right, or if I'm even considering it right. Please correct my dumb ass. But yeah, so Bumba is the J in Florida Boy J Jacksonville? Is that right? What does the J mean? Is it just J? You gotta let me know, Bumba. And Billy Hendricks, what the hell are you talking about? I don't even know what the hell. Billy Hendricks came in. Dot focus isn't. That's the most cryptic line I've seen in a long time. Jit, J-I-T, Florida Boy Jit. That's what the J means, Bumba? Florida Boy Jit? Are you sure? Or are you just saying that? Anyway, Alicia Andrews. I don't think she's a babe in the woods. Stands for Jack. Oh, well, okay. Now you're hating. Now you're hating. All right. I'm not even gonna repeat that, Bumble, but that was funny. That was funny. I'm not even gonna repeat it, but that was funny. But no, Alicia Andrews appears allegedly, supposedly, to not be a babe in the woods. She knows what was going. She knew what was going on. Allegedly, she knew all the ins and outs of the rundown and the shootout. And they shot at him. And it was, I have to give credit. This is why you have to give the shooter, give the respect to the shooter. The shooter was, grounded. The shooter had aim. The shooter had he or she or whomever the shooter was, they had specific aim on the target. They steadied their weapon. They had great weapons handling and control. I have to give it in that short video that I saw. That's what I noticed. I noticed that the shooter was shooting a few times because the car is running. So he was trying to hit the car while it was moving, and he or she did the job. Respect to the shooter. So, I'm looking for what the judge is gonna say. They're still, I think they're in the process right now of picking the jury. They're going through deliberations. Probably within the next few days. This case could probably only take a month or less, 2 or 3 weeks, possibly top on that. But that's just the reality of all this. That's just the reality of how these they represent for criminality. They like Alicia Andrews. I don't think she just sat with her hands on her lap and like saying, "Where are we going?" I can't see that. I'm saying all this allegedly. I don't know, but I don't think she was saying, Julio Foolio. Oh, let's let's not worry about Julio Foolio. Let's go upstairs, go to a room and stuff like that. And I doubt that was her. Allegedly, I think she was like, all right, this is how the plan goes. This is how we do things. Allegedly, this is how this is going to go down. I want to know if she was really about that life. If she is found guilty, she will spend the rest of her life in prison. Now, that's probably not going to be the case. She'll probably spend 20, maybe 30 years in prison, but she's not going to spend the rest of her life in prison if she's found guilty. If she's found guilty, she's going to get a life sentence. She's going to get it commuted, and she'll probably only serve maybe 5 years or 10 years. There's no way she's going to serve 20. No. She's not going to serve 20, 30, 40, 80 years the rest of her life in prison. It's not going to happen. If she's found guilty, that's a long road away, by the way. And that's like months down the line when they do the sentencing. If she's found guilty of the crime. Let's just say she isn't found guilty of the crime. Let's just say she didn't do it. So what the hell was she doing with her phone pinged various towers and where it picked up right where the hotel was, and what was she doing within that vicinity on the same night that Julio Foolio was gunned down? What is I just need some closure. A lot of people I don't ask for closure for You know, for people, for family, I'll say, oh, does it give you closure? No, there is no such thing as closure when it comes to that. When it comes to Julio Foolio's family, there's no closure for his death. He doesn't get closure. His death doesn't warrant closure. It's always going to be an open wound, no matter what. You can't give somebody closure, even if you solve the case, even if the case is settled and the people are sent to jail or something like that, sent to prison. Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference at all. It doesn't matter. That is the facts. That's the facts. But I want closure. I can get closure because I didn't have any relationship to him. But it's his family. It's not, the family doesn't get closure. I want closure though. I want closure on this case. I want this case to be closed. I want to get the people that are guilty, that are responsible for this heinous act, to be brought to justice completely and with unerring actions. I want this to be complete. I want this to be total. Wattweiler says, hey. He's going, what's up with the hey? Or hey? I don't know. I'm just going to say it's hey. Rottweiler just says, hey. And I say, hey. Are you up to speed, sir? Are you up to speed with this case? Have you been following it? It's been going on for a few days now. I think there's a trial. I think the trial dates have been going on. If I'm not mistaken, let me make sure. Okay, yeah. Apparently, she's laughing. She's laughing and carrying on. Oh man, I didn't know what was coming on now. Damn, the versus Cash Money versus No Limit is on. I didn't know that. Okay, the event will begin shortly. I'm gonna have to get off the air in about 3 minutes. I don't know. I gotta watch the Cash Money versus No Limit. But yeah, day 2 of the trial, it was the state of Florida versus Alicia Andrews. Alicia Andrews is the first of 5 defendants to stand trial for the murder of Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio. Oh man. They got 9 hours worth of footage. I'm not gonna go all that long. I just wanna. Her body language. That's the thing. You have to look at body language. She's got her hands up to her. Let me make sure I put this on here. Let me see. Full screen. Let's see if they do it. Look at her body language. It's pay-per-view. Don't buy that crap. Oh, it's pay-per-view? Oh, forget that. I'm not buying that. What? They got the Complex Con. They got Jim Jones, Ebro, and somebody else. I don't know who that is. But anyway, that's something different. Look at her body language. She's got her hand, her left arm up on the table, her right arm folded underneath, and she's got her hand on her mouth, and she's looking up. I'm not an expert, but I remember hearing certain things that if you have your hands up to your mouth, you want to say something, but you don't want to say it. That's what I learned. I learned that like a few years ago. She has her hand up to her mouth and she wants to speak and say something, but she knows she won't be able to because she probably said, I'm never going to take the stand. I don't think she's ever going to take the stand. I doubt it highly. I'm tired of these track queens. Yeah. These track queens will get you got. They'll get you got, allegedly. Just look at her. You got the wavy hair, light skin. I'm making that a point. She's looking away from the she sees the camera. She's like, oh, I don't want to look in the camera. I'm gonna look away. Just looking straight. Still got my hand up around my mouth. People walking by, looking down. She's nervous. She's got her hand. She's got her sleeves over her hands. If you have your sleeves over your hands, doesn't mean you're cold. It means you're allegedly hiding something. Rottweiler says the texts are nasty. These women want to be niggas so bad they hate them and are jealous of them. I think you're calling facts, sir. I think you're calling facts. I didn't read the text messages, but maybe in the next few days I'll pick them up when the trial resumes. Because Long Crimes got this going on for 9 hours. Now I'm just looking at her, just footage of her. I don't even think there's any audio. Where's the audio? I don't have the audio off or anything. They don't have the okay, there's Great Seal of Florida.
Discussed about this in any text messages or Instagram posts or anything like that. It's no secret that Ms. Andrews was born and raised in Jacksonville. She has significant proximity. They called 3 witnesses, if I'm not mistaken, that said some of the similar things. They know, some of the people. They've listened to the music. They've heard some of the information back and forth. It does not mean that she has personal knowledge about it. And so I would completely disagree with the way the state is characterizing it. And quite frankly, the specific message about him wanting to die, which I don't believe that is the actual quote that the court could review.
So, okay, so let me get what Rottweiler says. Rottweiler says Cardi B ruined society. I don't know where you got that from. I don't know where you pulled that. Cardi B ruined society. Are you saying because she was cutting pockets? Is that what you're saying, Rottweiler? Because she was cutting pockets, she was doing similar things, light skin, wavy hair, moderately attractive, Is that what you're saying, Rottweiler? Cardi B ruined society. She's like if Alicia Andrews was just cutting pockets instead of allegedly setting up a nigga like Julio Foolio. What is LL6, by the way? What is LL6? But yeah, so I think she is showing herself without realizing it. Her body language. That's one thing I did learn, and I didn't even learn from from anybody else, just outside of a program I was in. It's 3 main things that are taken into account. Your body language, that's the most important thing. How you project yourself with your body. The words you say and how you say them. That's the 3 key things. She can only exhibit one thing, her body language. She's not speaking and she's not using words in a separate way. Okay. Long live 6'6" was the area Foolio claimed. Okay, got you. Long live 6. 6 was the area Foolio claimed. Got you. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I was listening to his music today. It was Mr. Terrain's favorite kind of music, that drill music. I can only stand certain kind of songs. Some songs I can't listen to. He loves the bang bang shoot 'em up nigga die slow songs. I can't listen to them all the time. I like the coke rap, getting big money off of selling narcotics. That's my favorite kind of rap. And that's my go-to, the cocaine chic rap. That's my kind of rap. But anyway, just look at her. She's got both fists up to her cheeks. She's looking down. Her eyes look really dark against her lighter skin. I'm gonna make a big point of that. He sure didn't live long, though. No, he did not. He was what, 24, 23, something like that? He just turned, what was that, 26? Oh, he was 26. I think he just turned 26. He sure didn't live long. Dead Ops. Yeah, fire. They killing all my idols. I don't know, man. It's like these young niggas, these YNs, and these young Bs. I'm not gonna say the B word. I'm trying not to say the B word. I'm trying my best not to use the B word. But these young females out here as well. So here's a noble story of the late great Foolio. Okay, here we go. Just take your time. Right, while I'll relay it. I'll relay this story. I don't usually run messages, but I'll relay the story. But yeah, so she is, she's in hot water right now. She's like her I don't think her attorney, I don't know, he doesn't strike me as like a strong attorney to me. He doesn't seem like he has all his marbles together. That's just to me. And if that's her whole criminal defense team, she may be in trouble. She may be in a lot of trouble. I'm looking at the the authority with the corrections officer, I guess she is, or the bailiff, or I don't know what it is, court security, whatever. She's just sitting there like, you know what? If you make a move, like she's looking serious. And then on the far left is the guy with the light camel looking suit. And they have the kind of heavy set, dark skinned girl. She's got the glasses on and her hair to the side. It just looks weird. It looks weird. Okay, legend is a young Foolio defended his childhood friends with a fist against a kid with a gun. On a school bus ride home, kid had heart. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know Foolio enough to say anything to say beyond his music. I just listened to his music today. I wasn't listening to it the whole time, but he seemed like he was one of those rappers that just said all this crazy stuff on the record because he knew it was gonna be hot, and you put it out, and everybody's gonna feel it. But you're not. He's not really. He was about that life. But I'm saying like he wasn't trying to get killed. That's like. The point is, it's like I'm gonna put out these songs. I'm about that life, but I'm not about to get killed. I'm not the one. I'm not gonna be the one. That's like when Biggie said, "I bet you Biggie won't slip." I got like damn. He said, "I bet you Biggie won't slip," and then what happened? He slipped. He got caught up. We've seen this so many times. How many times do we have to see this? How many times does this have to happen? Now, let me see if I can let this play a little bit longer.
I'll point specifically to where it is.
Do you need the exhibit?
Judge, I didn't have the exhibit, so I was paraphrasing, so I apologize if I didn't quote it correctly. Judge, what she texts is, she says, "Girl, I don't like Julio. LMAFAOOO, ugly ass bitch. He need to die." And SHID, that was, "Oh, my friend, FUCK, that code shit, bitch. He shot me and my friend died, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, I'm pointing my outfit, who did it. I'm pointing out who did it, I'm sorry."
Right, and so Your Honor, that is a comment on what they're seeing on social media. It's literally a third person, comment on what they're seeing on social media. If this were me, I would point him out that this is not This is conjecture, hyperbole between two girls, literally just chatting. There is nothing in here to suggest that she personally knows him, that she personally has had any kind of conflict with him, or personally wants something bad to happen to him. It's just not there. And I think the gap in time between this incident and these messages and the incident go to show that. And there's literally, I don't believe, any purpose to put these before the jury other than to sour them, to inflame their passions, to paint her as a violent, negative person, because it's not related to this incident at all. It's not connected to any personal act of violence that she's committed to him. She has not threatened him. And if Your Honor has reviewed the cases already, I can go into those.
No, I've reviewed them.
Okay. But Your Honor, if you in those cases,
Wilder, you a savage. DEI didn't earn it. Court-appointed lawyer. Shaking my head. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, she probably went to night school, got a Puerto Rican degree. She got a Cuban degree or something like that, or from Papua New Guinea or something like that. She's not saying anything. I'm listening to where she's like they're just the girls and they're going through this, and she doesn't say that she met him or. You a wild one for that one, Wilder. That's true. You said it exactly right, sir. You said it exactly right. I'm saying, like, her whole defense team looks like beat. I'm sorry. The dude with the chopped up gray hair going up to a point, look like a table on his head. Then you got the dude who look like he just fresh out of law school and he's just trying to be an associate. And then look at the back. Somebody in the back with a mask on their face. Or is that part of the Muslim? Is that a Muslim garb? I'm not sure. But anyway. I'm going to let it continue. I'm going to see what she says.
The statements that are let in, the prior statements of those defendants, are statements that are a direct threat to the individual that was ultimately killed. They reveal a specific animosity, a specific intent, a specific want of that person based on a personal issue that they have with them to be harmed. And then that they later on go to do that. And I believe remoteness is very relevant in both of those cases. Those statements are certainly not 4 years before the incident occurs. Remoteness is relevant. The fact that they are isolated is relevant. And the fact that there is no way for the state to even establish that this is based on personal knowledge. And I think that the statements show that they are not based on personal knowledge. They're no different than anybody else's DMs that has conversations about,
Other than showing knowledge, right?
Why I don't think knowledge of the gang issue in general is relevant to
You
whether
don't
or
think
not.
so? If she's purported to be a member of a conspiracy to kill a rival or a gang member?
That her knowing about the gangs
Yeah.
is I don't believe that's relevant to prove that she committed this crime. That she's aware that it exists, Your Honor.
Okay, I know, but she knows who Charles Jones is, and she knows about the violence between the two.
She's admitted that in her interview. She admits that she follows him on social media. That's not a secret, Your Honor.
Okay.
That is not what the interview says.
Okay, so anyway, listen, I'm going to find that it is probative and it outweighs any potential prejudicial impact. So 75C2 will be admitted. What's the next one? C3? Is that correct?
Yes.
And when is this witness testifying? These are going to come in.
Judge, those are not witnesses that we are calling, but we are going to put them in after we call Detective Benjamin Moores and put in her Apple iCloud account. Jewel Jordan is supposed to testify. She's only the subject of 75C later this afternoon.
Okay.
And when the state mentions putting in her Apple iCloud account, you're referring to her entire account?
No, just these exhibits that we pulled out.
Okay, so the person that's 75C 1 through 11, are those all coming in through witness today?
No.
Okay, just C what?
C2.
Okay, so then we C3 is coming in through someone else and C10 is coming in through someone else?
Correct.
Okay, so let's I'm going to reserve ruling on those.
Okay,
because
that's fine. I'm relating to different arguments. I also like to add something that I left out, Your Honor.
Wilder, why are you making so much sense right now? Why are you Eddie would be all over. Eddie Winslow would be all over her. Eddie Winslow would be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you know, what's going on in your world? Like, oh my God. Yo, oh my gosh. Wilder got me wilding. Eddie's I remember Mr. Terrain said something about that. Yeah, Eddie. I forget his real name. You have to look up his real name for me, but yeah, he's doing other things. I'm not going to judge. That's not my thing, but if he wants to do things, that's another thing. We can get into some other things, but I'm never going to get into that kind of thing. Honey. Exactly. Honey. Oh, forgive me. My phone just slipped. But yeah, it looks like she's gonna get cooked. I'm sorry. If she goes to prison, it's not gonna be pretty. Girls are gonna beat her like a drum. Like, I'm sorry. This is a fact. That's a long way away. She hasn't been convicted. She hasn't been sentenced. But I'm just saying, she's in proximity to that reality. She's very close to it. It's very possible. The girls, you know, the girls that look like her lawyer or the person standing up right now talking, they're not going to be kind to her because they're going to be like, oh, what you think, you cute? You think you pretty? You light skin? You got your hair like that? And she's just going to be like, you know what? And they're going to have a blower or something, you know, a shank or something, you know, just, it's not going to be pretty for her. She's not going to last in jail. They better have some kind of, you know, better defense than what they're doing right now. Because did you see the judge's face? Did you see it? I don't know if I can go back. She was like, but what about this? What were you saying? Like, I'm trying to find one, the judge. Okay. Her face. Watch her face expression.
Texas, she says, girl, I don't like Julio. LMAFAOOO, ugly ass bitch. He need to die. And SHID, that was, oh, my friend, FUCK, that code shit, bitch. He shot me and my friend died, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, I'm pointing my outfit, who did it?
That she her
kill.
Look at her face.
Rival or a gang.
Look at her face.
About the gang issue in general is relevant to
You
whether
don't
or
think
not.
so? If she's purported to be a member of a conspiracy to kill a rival or a gang member.
Look at that face. She's like, come on now. She's like, are you serious? Do you hear the words that are coming in your mouth? Look at her face. She's like, I'm not believing this for like half a minute. Like, you gotta be serious. You gotta be kidding me. You're not telling the truth. Huh. That's funny. Cooked. That's what I'm saying. If the judge is like, wait till the jury gets out. Wait till the jury is called, and oh my God. Why is it doing this? I don't know why. They just started doing this. They just started doing
her
it.
knowing
I
about
don't know why the hell they're doing it.
is I don't believe that's relevant to prove that she
Just started doing it. That's annoying.
that she's aware that it exists, Your Honor.
Okay, I know, but she knows who Charles Jones is, and she knows.
And Charles, she's like, she know, okay, but she knows who Charles Jones is exactly.
Okay, so the person that 75C 1 through 11, are those all coming in through witness today?
No.
Okay, just C what?
C2.
Okay, so then C3 is coming in through someone else, and C10 is coming in through someone else?
Correct.
Okay, so
I'm not late, Wizard. You're early. What's going on with you, sir? How you feeling? How's your life? I'm not late. I'm early, sir. I'm early. I'm just early for tomorrow morning because I'm not gonna be here tomorrow morning. So I'm actually early. Salute to you though. But I appreciate you being here. I hope you've been following this case. How much have you been following this case? Have you followed? Did you follow Julio Foolio, aka Charles Jordan? Charles, what was it? What's his last name? I forgot. Is it Johnson? Charles? I forget. We got a Sabbath edition episode. Yeah, for the small hats. I don't like that. I know it comes from Mr. Terrain. We disagree on a lot of things. I always say I don't really disagree with it. It's just that it's not inclusive. Because there's Zucchetto for Christians, there's Kufi for Muslims. They all wear different hats and small hats. First name Julio, lame Foolio. Bumble was bumping his music, so I don't know. I thought you said you liked his music, Rottweiler. Where you going? You said first name. Oh, you didn't follow this case? Well, that's good. That gives me better ammunition to let people know what's going on. I'll give you just the gist of it from what I understand. He was a young man, rapper, Julio Foolio, aka Charles Johnson. I think if I'm mistaken, please correct me. What's his real name, Rottweiler? I'm trying to remember his real name. I think it's Johnson though. I just know they set him up on his birthday, true, and turned him into his own birthday camp. Yeah, it's facts. That's facts. You gotta respect the shooter. Like I said, the shooter had good form, had lined his sights up. They weren't just shooting into a crowd of people. They were aiming at one specific target, and they got it. They eliminated that target. I'm not trying to praise them. I'm just giving you the facts. How you respect the shooter. You don't have to like or love the shooter. You just have to respect the shooter. So so what you're seeing is this young girl, she's a young woman, she's 22 years old, and she's looking at life imprisonment for conspiracy. I'm not sure of all the charges, but I think like second-degree murder or something like that, along those lines. She has a long list of criminal charges against her, and if she's ever convicted of any of these crimes or all of these crimes, I think she'll be sentenced to life in prison. So I've been saying that since the beginning. I said the female set them up. That's the ones that hit you up. It's always the female. If it's not somebody that's close to you or somebody that just doesn't like you, like she said on the text, didn't care for the young man too much. Didn't mean he had to die though, and get gunned down in the way he did, like a dirty dog in the street.
reserve ruling on those.
Okay, that's fine. I'm related with different arguments. I also like to add something that I left out, Your Honor. I'm related to C2, Your Honor.
Yep.
The state has very specifically defined the conspiracy period in this case. That is from June 22nd to June 23rd.
I disagree with you, Weiler. The youth is not lost. I think we have a good crop of kids coming up in the game. Good crop of kids. Team Alpha. I'm on Team Alpha. Alpha, seems like they're gonna do even more than Gen Z, and Gen Z is wilding. Like they're doing stuff. Like these are young kids with just running around with their Nikes on and their Asics and their New Balance, and causing ruckus. They I just made a post talking. I don't want to go back in time, but I just made a post about them deposing somebody in Madagascar, I think, or something like that, somewhere around there. But I was like, damn, Gen Z, you got this on popping like Jiffy Pop. R.I.P. Bloodhound Lil Jeff. I heard of Bloodhound Lil Jeff. I heard, and like that story got lost. But let's try to focus on Mr. Is it Johnson? His first name is Charles. I think his last name is Johnson. Charles Johnson, aka Julio Foolio. I'm just trying to get his government name, Weiler. Rottweiler. I don't listen to young nigga BS music. Okay, I thought you did, Bumba. That was my mistake. Sorry about that. Pardon me. Pardon my dumb ass. But I want to listen to it. I really want to get into their heads, into their vibe, to what they're into. Because that's what's moving. That's going to be moving our, what's moving units right now. I mean, a lot of people say kids are the future. They're the right now. Kids aren't the future. They're happening at this moment in time.
21st through the 23rd of 2024. So this is not some situation where this relates to the conspiracy in any way. If it were, they would have defined the conspiracy period bigger. They did not. They specified it to those days. So this information is not connected to that at all in its actuality, or as it relates to the state's theory and motive, which is that this happened in retaliation to or connected with the shooting from 2023, which was even then 2 years after these messages. And I'd also like to add that I believe it will come out at some point that at the time of these messages, Mrs. Andrews had not even met Mr. Chance.
Okay. Okay. That, I don't know if that helps or hurts you, but okay. So it's admissible. And hold on to C3 and C10, and we'll discuss that before that witness. And I'm just looking, and I'm not ruling yet, but I'm just looking like an email message on C3 dated October 4th of 2020 from Kay Shorty, which is Miss Andrews' account, correct?
No,
That's someone else. Okay, because then that is talking about whoever they are.
It's a member of 6 Block Judge.
Okay, very good. Gotcha. Now,
Allegedly, Your Honor,
not
admittedly, not based on these messages.
okay, all right. Well, we'll cross C3 and C10 at a later time. Okay, let's get going. Is our jury here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Let's bring them in.
She don't stand up for the jury. What the hell?
All right.
Yeah, I was about to say. She's really about to work my nerves. She knew that she had to stand up for the jury. Those are the people that are going to be handling your fate. They're going to be handling your fate, young lady, young woman, young female. They're gonna your whole life is gonna be in their possession, whether you recognize that or not. He said, "I hate her." It's wealthy youth, poor youth, and middle class youth in the Black community. It's a lot of Black youth in college. Fact, especially women. Black women are the most educated group in the entire United States of America. That's a whole fact. You can look that up. It's the sounds of the apocalypse. And he says, I hate her. Yeah, she's like, do I have to? I just want to sit here and mope and with my long sleeves over my hands. And oh my God. High, yellow, and uppity. Yup. Bad and bougie. Becky with the good hair. avoiding the camera, putting her head down. Typical high yellow airhead. Yeah. Not to say that all high yellow women, especially beautiful high yellow women. I'm not really attracted to high yellow women. I like dark skinned women, but she just gives off an air of like, yeah, whatever. I'm about to beat this case. Ain't gonna be nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Like, she got an air about her. I don't know. It's just real despondent and cold. It's really like.
All jurors are in judgment.
Okay, very good. Welcome back, members of the jury. We are ready to proceed. State, call your next witness.
Do you see how quick she sat down? Hold up. Let's do a replay.
All jurors are in judgment.
Okay, very good. Welcome back, members of the jury. We are ready to proceed. State, call your.
Slow to rise, quick to sit, having ass woman. I can't even with her. She's irking my nerves. I'm already about to be like, throw something at her. Literally. Like, yeah, it's disrespect. These are the people. I don't see. That's the sad thing. Somewhere somebody lost her. Because you have respect for the judge, the jury, the people on the witness stand. You have respect for them. You may not like it, but you better respect. She was slow to stand. I gotta stand. All right, I'll stand up. Before, and then they said you can sit. Oh, she just sat down real quick. Not even questioning nothing. Just did it. Just did it quickly without even thinking. Like, Rottweiler says, disrespectful. Women have no accountability, not even in the court. Well, not all women. Some women, like this particular woman. Zero accountability, but not all women, sir. Not all women. Let's not do broad strokes. Let's paint a specific picture of this young female. I'm not even going to give her a lady or a woman.
Next witness.
State calls Officer Zachary Conaway.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
You may proceed.
Good afternoon. Would you state your name for the jury?
My name is Officer Zachary Conaway.
I don't want to say she's cooked, but the very first person they ask to take the stand on day 2, I think it is a police officer. Goddamn. Wow. Good luck with that. All right, let's continue.
With what agency are you employed?
Currently employed with Tampa Police Department.
And how long have you been with Tampa Police Department?
This will be my 4th year with Tampa Police Department.
Do you have any prior law enforcement experience?
Before Tampa, I was employed with New Orleans Police Department as an officer.
How long were you there?
About 5 years.
And in your experience here in Tampa, what is your job title?
My job title is a patrol officer.
Did your duties include responding to the area of 3751 East Fowler on June 23rd of 2024?
Yes, I responded to that call.
And about what time was that?
I believe the time came out about 4:45, 4:45.
Oh, I apologize.
in the morning, a.m.
Were there other officers already present on scene?
I believe Sergeant Portman arrived on scene first. I was maybe the second or third beforehand.
Why is it that you arrived to that area? Did you receive a call for service directly?
We received a call for service. I believe the original call notes were cars speeding through the parking lot and gunshots had been heard. And as we made our way to the scene, we were informed that somebody was shot at the location.
Upon arrival to the parking lot of that Holiday Inn, what are some of the observations you actually make?
The first observation I made, we located a black Dodge Charger, stopped in the parking lot, kind of in between the home suites and the Holiday Inn situated on that lot. Car was stopped, immediately noticed that it had been covered in bullet holes and there was someone deceased in the front seat.
Do you, Sergeant Portman, or the other officers that are there kind of divide up responsibilities in that moment?
In that moment, we were initially focused on trying to preserve the crime scene. There were some other people there that had been with the victim prior to. But initially, I had gone to go get crime scene tape to try to cordon off the scene. And at that point, we started to divvy up our responsibilities further from that point.
Do you receive a call that you're needed inside of the Holiday Inn itself?
We never received a phone call. While I was still on scene, I observed a blood trail leading from the Dodge Charger leading towards the front door of the hotel. I told the other officers, myself and 3 others went to the front door. And as we approached the front door, we were told by the manager inside the hotel that there were 2 people bleeding on the 3rd floor.
Damn. Bumble, you're saying they got K-Sue too. Who's K-Sue? I never even heard of such. What is a K-Sue? K-Sue. ATK Scotty and K-Sue sentenced to life in prison for 2020 rap feud murder. It's all emotions. That's all it is. Niggas don't think. Niggas is like thinking and niggas is completely different things. Because niggas just don't think. They act off of emotion. But they are precise. They can be precise and use I don't want to say this incorrectly. They can use not thought and not really cognition, just awareness of their situation. I can say that as much because, like I said, the shooter I saw in the video was skilled. He knew how to aim. He knew how to brass, breathe, relax, aim, squeeze. What's the S? Slack, squeeze. I would still smoking 23 pack. His dad snitched on him. Jacksonville rapper got life, killed a lot. Okay, got you. Have you ever heard the song Where I Smoke? Who I Smoke? No, I haven't. Free K-Sue. Where's Corbin? How a grown man go missing? K-Sue looks like Squidward's house. Oh man, Bumblebee wilding. But I applaud your wilding, sir. Don't think I'm hating on you, sir.
When you say you were looking around and saw that, I'm going to show you what's been previously admitted as State's Exhibit 3M from the exterior of that Holiday Inn there. Is this what you're referencing when you say there were some blood trails leading into the hotel itself?
No, Wizard. Don't do it to me because it gets confusing. Send me an email. Send me an email. I'll look up the email. Hold on. Send that link to this email and I'll respond to it. Hold on. Because I have to go off of one app and go onto another app, and it's just really a headache to try to do it. So if you don't mind, please send that very link that you just shared to my email address, please. Appreciate it. No access to email right now. Somebody copy and paste the email for him. Why don't you have access to email? That's like the basic thing. I could see if you had no access to X or Instagram or Snapchat or Discord or whatever the hell we got nowadays. Lemonade. How do you not have access to email and you have the internet? I'm just questions, Wizard. You're making it's weird. I have family I visited with just a few hours ago from PG County. You got people from PG County, Wizard? I know you're from DC, but I was just wondering if you had people from PG as well.
Yes, that's the main entrance to the hotel right there, the top of the photograph. And back here, it's a sidewalk, and the blood trail actually extended much further back on that sidewalk, leading towards the parking lot.
Wasn't sure if I'd be able to get it there. Okay, if I back that up a little bit in 3L, is that what you're referencing in the walk up to that evidence marker number 6?
Yes, ma'am.
At that time, did you actually have any specific information about who your suspects were, who your victims were? Was there even time to obtain that information yet?
We had already known of the victim, Mr. Jones. Prior to the beginning of that shift, we had received some intelligence that he was visiting in town from Jacksonville, and that he had some past arguments with people in the neighborhood, and we were just told just to keep an eye out for him in his movements.
Meaning like an inter-office kind of teletype where agencies will exchange information back and forth.
Not so much a teletype. It was just an email from our intelligence division. I'm not exactly sure how they obtained that information, but we were just told that he was staying at an Airbnb located somewhere out in the county, and that he was more than likely going to be in Tampa for his, I believe he was there for his birthday.
Was that relayed to you during your brief before your shift actually started?
Yes, we went over that in our briefing.
Okay, so you're telling us about that because when you got there and made these observations, you related those two things, what the information you learned from your briefing to what you observed on scene.
Right. We didn't officially identify him on scene, at least while I was there, but it was generally understood that this was Mr. Jones that was deceased in the vehicle.
Was that in part because there were also some other lay?
I've been saying Johnson, please forgive me, my dumbass. His last name was Jones. His full name is Charles Jones. Charles Julio Foolio Jones. Let me get that correct for the record. I do apologize for my dumbass. Wallow just says shaking my head.
Witnesses on scene at that Holiday Inn.
Correct.
Okay. And when we speak, let's go back just to the entrance and the entrance of the Holiday Inn, and we'll talk a little bit more about the other stuff, okay? At the entrance of the Holiday Inn, you spot the blood trail, and what is your role with the other officers as you enter and speak to the hotel manager?
Again, we spoke to the hotel manager. He told us that he had two men up on the third floor of the hotel that were bleeding. We essentially just followed the blood trail. It went initially down the first hallway in the hotel leading to the east, maybe a couple floors, and it doubled back to the elevator. And we just followed the blood trail to the elevator, and we took it straight to the third floor.
Okay, let me show you 4A, if I can break that down just a little bit here with evidence marker 8. Can you see that all right?
Yes.
Is this what you're talking about as you enter that lobby in the Holiday Inn lobby area?
Yes, correct. That hallway up at the very top, that leads to the elevators on the right-hand side, and the blood trail actually continues a little bit further past the elevators, and then it comes back and goes towards the elevators themselves.
Though you have a general idea from the manager about where additional people may be, is there still a process that you have to go through to ensure that you get there safely?
Yes. Generally, you are supposed to go floor by floor using the staircases to clear out the building floor by floor, just to make sure that there's no other additional shooters in the building. Just due to the fact that we had people that were bleeding out that had been shot, we kind of skipped that process and went straight to the victims at that point.
And beyond the elevator there, was there still a blood trail that led you to a more direct location for where they were?
I mean, it wasn't so much the blood trail. As soon as we exited the elevator and turned to the right, our other two victims, Mr. Norris and Mr. Edwards, were sitting there right in the T-junction of the hallway with the elevator.
I'm going to show you what's been pre-marked as State's Exhibit number 91. Do you recognize that?
Yes, that would be, I believe, Mr. Norris on the left and Mr. Edwards on the right.
Now, is this image a screen capture from the body-worn cameras that you all are equipped with?
Yes.
Does this screen capture fairly and accurately depict what you observed when you all exited that elevator and made contact with Mr. Norris and Mr. Edwards?
That's correct.
Your Honor, State moves to admit States 91 and publish.
Any objection? No. Okay, admitted.
Now, I know that you made some reference while I was there showing you the exhibit, but can you please, if you would, point out Mr. Norris?
Yes, Mr. Norris is going to be the gentleman on the left in the white shirt, and Mr. Edwards is going to be wearing all black on the right-hand side in the hoodie.
As you made contact with Mr. Norris and Mr. Edwards, were you able to make any visual observations of injuries?
Obviously, Mr. Norris had the gunshot wound to his right shoulder. Just due to the hoodie, I could at least tell that Mr. Edwards was bleeding pretty heavily from his right arm or right shoulder. I just couldn't tell just how far up the injuries went at the time.
Did you do anything to assist?
Yes, I applied a tourniquet to Mr. Edwards' right arm about as far as I could go.
Did the other officers that you were there with help you to secure both of these individuals?
Yes, I believe it was myself, Officer Hadsel, Officer Gale, and Officer King were the ones that made entry into the hotel. Officer Gale stood by with Mr. Norris while I stood by with Mr. Edwards, while Officer Hadsel and Officer King cleared the rest of the hotel.
At that point,
our girl. Look at this. Still with the long sleeves. Still looking cold. Still, ready to start cackling. I beat that case. I beat that case. That's what she wants to say so bad. Look at her face. Is she a stone cold killer? That's all I'm asking. Is she a stone cold killer? Don't let the pretty face and the attractive complexion and the wavy hair, don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. She's the Haitian witch doctor, allegedly. I was like, man, they're gonna cut to her. They're gonna cut to her, and they cut to her. I was like, okay, because I was gonna go back. Rottweiler says, I hope she beats the case. That way we can slide with that fully chop. Long live 6. This one's for you. Yeah, I don't even know. You know what, Rottweiler? I don't even know if I want to say that. I retract my statement. I should have not let that be said. Can't let your emotions get to the best of you. That's all I'm gonna say. Can't let your emotions get to you. Rottweiler is laughing at my dumb ass. But I learned something already today. LL6 means long live 6. I'm gonna start using that. LL whoever instead of LL Cool J. Long live 6. But I'm gonna continue and see what she does. See if she does any other little movements and motions.
you're still at least attempting for whatever life-saving measures that you're able to give to both.
Correct.
Was Mr. Norris conscious with you and answering your questions as it related to what happened or where his injuries were, et cetera?
Yes, Mr. Norris remained conscious for pretty much the entire time that we were in the hotel. correct.
While you were standing there with them, I presume waiting for EMS or something, did you see more specifically the injury that Mr. Norris had suffered?
The one that Mr. Norris suffered, I believe it was to the front of his right shoulder. I couldn't tell if there was any exit wound though, but he had definitely taken one gunshot wound to the front of the right shoulder.
As you were tending to Mr. Edwards, did it ever become more apparent where his injuries were? Could you see more?
At least from the presence of blood, that right sleeve of his was fairly soaked in it. It did seem pretty clear that he was hit up on the right shoulder a little bit, and my tourniquet just wasn't doing a whole lot with stopping the blood flow.
Even though you're providing or rendering aid at this time, are you still inquiring of them as to what happened?
Correct. I'm still asking questions. Who did this? What happened? At least at the time, I'm unsure as to what Mr. Norris was telling Officer Gale, but Mr. Edwards at the time, he wasn't able to answer any of my questions at the time, just due to the nature of his injuries.
What do you mean he wasn't able to answer your questions?
He either didn't know, he either kept saying he didn't know what had happened, or he was continually it seemed like he kept losing consciousness on me from the blood loss.
Meaning he was just not responsive medically, not that he wasn't answering.
He would go in and out, and when he would regain consciousness, when I would ask the questions, he either didn't know, or he would just say, "I was sitting in the car when it happened." I think he asked a couple of times.
What do you mean he wasn't able to answer your questions?
I relocated to Tampa General Hospital to attempt to speak with them further.
Okay, see, I messed it all up again. Wizard, you got to get email. I don't know how you not have email and internet, but okay. Anyway, I looked at this. I will look at that video. I never heard of any. I may have heard of Ayin or something. What's his name? Youngeen Ace. I think I heard of him before. I never heard of Whopper with the Chopper. I never heard of Spinner Bins. They got 439,000 subscribers, 57 million views 4 years ago. Okay, so are these people alive or dead? Wiz Havin what? Wiz Havin was another Foolio op. Wiz Havin? Why are you saying Wiz Haven? Are you saying Wiz Haven? Wiz Havin was another Foolio op. Wiz Haven? Youngeen Ace got scared and became a streamer. That's what I think I heard Youngeen Ace. I think I heard Youngeen Ace before.
Was it your obligation to attempt a formal interview with Mr. Norris and Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
Did you make additional observations upon your arrival at the hospital of their injuries?
Yes, Mr. Norris did in fact sustain one gunshot wound to the right shoulder.
Okay, I'm literally stupid. I don't know what you mean there, sir. I'm cooking right now. You said those are the people he beefing with in the video. That's how most of this beef was started. I'm cooking right now. Are you saying like, are you literally cooking food right now? Or are you saying you're doing you're going in, you're doing your best job right now? Is that what you're saying right now, Wizard? I'm stupid. Wiz Haven also dropped a Foolio disc. A different Wiz. Okay. Foolio disc when he died. Wow. He dropped the disc after he died? That's cold. That's cold. Damn. I don't think people have done that before, but I can't name very many. Yes, literally cooking. I thought you were. I thought it was like, he said, man, I'm cooking. He's like, no, literally, I'm making broccoli and beef with some rice. Like, Foolio allegedly killed 23 youngin ace little bro after their B-Day dinner. Wow. This is all emotions, children. All emotion, my kids. You're all my kids. I'm old. I'm 37. Nobody in this chat room is older than me or older than I. So you're all my sons. You're all my sons. I mean that respectfully too. Youngin Ace was the one of 4 to survive. Only 1 of 4. Wow. Whew. Sheesh. No, I'm not your uncle. Don't give me that uncle status. I'm not uncle. Uncle, he's like Uncle Skyler. No. I'm just older. I'm not your uncle though. Young Ace and Julio were beefing. Okay. What you cooking, Wizard? I might have to stop by. I'm not too far away from DC. You are brother. Oh, here we go. I'm not your uncle. I'm not your brother. I'm not your buddy. I'm not your friend. I am the person that disseminates information and allows you to chop it up with me as we watch this circus continue. And he's like, brother, there we go. Wizard and Rottweiler call me brother. Oh, brother. Yeah, you are the type when I see you in the streets, you be like, yeah, what's up, brother? What's up, Sky? I seen your videos, man. Hey, yo, you got a nice watch on, man. That's cool. And I just keep on, and you're like, man, have a good day. See you later. And I'm walking down the street, and then these hoodlums jump out of nowhere with the 4-pound and I have to give up my watch. And then I walk up a few blocks down, and it's you again. You say, hey, man, what happened to your watch? I didn't know what happened. What's going on? And yeah, some guys got me. And word, they got you? Oh, damn. That's some cold stuff. Well, anyway, man, I hope you find a new watch or something like that. All the while, you're the one that set it up. So I don't believe anybody that calls me brother. And all that brother stuff is cute, but it don't mean nothing. Damn, DC, what's good with Jizwop and No Savage? Wow. DMV got heat. Oh, burgers. Okay. You cooking burgers. Turkey burgers or beef burgers or what? What kind of burgers? Taco burger? They have taco burgers too. They have burgers with, you can put it in a taco. No, you will see me wearing your watch doing a John Cena and you can't see me. Beef. What's beef? Beef is when you no. But that's good. I like eating beef too. Beef is cool. But anyway, let's get back to the video.
And Mr. Edwards, if I remember correctly, he had been shot 3 times in the upper arm, just below the armpit, and an additional 3 times on the right shoulder. And the staff at TGH had informed me that his upper right arm had been broken as a result.
Were you able to?
Don't hate on turkey burgers. Turkey burgers be truthful. You gotta be able to cook them right. If you put them in a pan, get a pot, right? Get a pan, put water in it, then put the turkey patty in the pan with the water. Put it on like medium heat and let that mother sizzle, right? And it's gonna get big and chunky because it's gonna absorb all the water. It's gonna make it real juicy, and then you just flip it over and cook the other side, and then you put that mug on a bun with some mustard and ketchup, and put a top on that mug, a brioche or something. You magnifique, chef's kiss. I'm serious. That's the truth. Turkey, you don't hate on turkey burgers so quick, Wizard. I'm serious. But I was asking you, Wizard, do you have people in the PG? You have people in Prince George's County? I know that's not too far from DC. So don't hate on turkey burgers too quickly. They are the truth. You just got to cook them right. But let's get back to the video.
Successfully obtain a statement about the events of the evening leading up to the shooting from Mr. Norris.
Yes. Essentially, what Mr. Norris told me was they had gone to the home suite to attempt to get a room after they had been kicked out of their Airbnb earlier that day. And he was sleeping in the back of the Charger where we found Mr. Jones at. And they were parked at the Sally Port on the south end of the home suite when the shooting originally happened. He was asleep in the back, so he essentially woke up when he heard gunfire and really didn't see anything prior to. As far as like any possible suspects, he still couldn't give me any answers to that question.
Did you inquire as to why they were in Tampa to begin with?
It was to celebrate Mr. Jones's birthday.
Is that information that Mr. Norris also gave you?
Yes.
Did Mr. Norris give you the locations of the two places that they had reported to for the birthday celebrations?
That day they had gone to Teasers. It's a strip club located on Nebraska Avenue. And they had also gone to Truth 18. It was a bar that was located on Bush Boulevard, just next to the intersection with 50th.
And that was information that Mr. Norris also relayed?
Correct.
Same question for Mr. Edwards. Did you have an opportunity to interview him at the hospital?
Yes.
And again, did he indicate that they were there for a birthday celebration?
Correct.
Did he also provide to you the information about the clubs that they had visited?
He confirmed Teasers, and he did say that they had gone to another bar, but he couldn't give me the name of it.
Were they able to provide both in their interviews rough time estimates or time frames?
I believe both of them had stated that they were they'd gone to Truth 18 about 3 o'clock, and they had been at Teasers since about 1 o'clock till about 3 o'clock.
Neither were able to tell you or identify the persons that shot at them, only that they were shot at and that they ran from the vehicle.
Correct.
I'll pass the witness, Jenner.
Okay, Cross.
Good afternoon.
I keep forgetting. They tell you to do all this. She's wearing a sweater on purpose. It's not just because it's cold in there. She's wearing a light sweater to match her light skin. She has her hands in the sleeves to show that she's like a little, she's playful. She's just, she's not wearing a power suit. She's not wearing, something that Kamala Harris would wear or something like that. She's just wearing a sweater. And she's nice. She's all right. Who I smoke? Zach Lee? I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway. Yeah, they tell you to wear, certain clothes. I'm surprised she's not wearing glasses. Oh my God. If she was wearing glasses, woo! That'd be fire. She would be fire if she was wearing glasses. That would be flames. She was wearing glasses or like a nun's. You know those head coverings that nuns wear? If she was wearing that, it would have been like a costume, but that would have been, you know where I'm going with this. She's trying to be as, look as innocent and, what? I didn't know he was going to be, I knew he was going to be there, but I didn't set up any kind of, yeah.
Other than the two victims from the picture we saw earlier, Gino Norris and Mr. Edwards, did you speak to any other victims or witnesses?
No, my contact was just with Mr. Norris and Mr. Edwards during this investigation.
Okay. And they had no idea as to who might have done this.
That's correct.
All right, so they don't know Alicia Andrews?
They never mentioned anybody's name, but at least Miss Andrews, they never mentioned her.
All right, and you also don't know who Miss Andrews is?
No, sir.
All right. Other than, I guess, seeing them there at the hotel, did you do anything else in this case? Seeing the two victims?
It was pretty much it was just my response to the hotel and then my follow-up interview with them at TGH. That was the extent of my involvement in this.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right, may this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, who's your next witness?
State calls Carrie Lynn Calderero.
Raise your right hand. Be sworn by the clerk.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
All right, you may proceed.
One moment, Your Honor. That's okay. 2019 through all. Oh, I have it.
Please state your full name for the record.
Yes, my name is Carrie Lynn Calderero.
How are you employed?
I am a crime scene technician 2 with the Tampa Police Department.
And what kind of training do you have to be a crime scene technician 2?
I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice along with a crime scene certificate, and then I also have on-site training within Tampa Police Department as well.
How long have you been in that position with Tampa Police Department?
A little over 12 years now.
What are some of the duties and responsibilities of a crime scene technician?
We basically are responding to scenes. We are there to preserve the scene as we see it through photographs, collection of DNA evidence, and collection of latent prints as well.
Do you work alongside the homicide detectives when you are responding to a homicide scene?
Yes, we do.
When you first get to a scene, especially initially, do you necessarily know if an item of evidence is going to have relevance or not?
No, we don't.
Is that something that is determined by the detective later at another time, and it's the detective's responsibility then to submit any items for testing if they believe that is necessary?
Correct, it is.
And so when you're at a crime scene initially, is it the policy to take photographs of everything as it is and as you find it?
Yes.
Did you respond on June 24th of 2024 to Tampa General Hospital?
Yes, I did.
Why did you respond to that location?
I was dispatched to go to Tampa General in order to photograph 2 victims.
And was one of those individuals named Xavier Edwards?
Yes, they were.
Was there a homicide detective that responded to that location as well?
Not at the time, no.
Did he respond later?
Not while I was there, no,
Not
so I
while
don't
you were
know.
there? Okay. I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 26A. Is that a photograph of Xavier Edwards?
Yes, it is.
While you were there, did he become conscious or did you talk to him at that point?
The only time I talked to him was just to give him warning of that I would be taking photographs of him.
And I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 26B. What are you documenting in this photograph?
This is just to show a close-up of the face to show who I am photographing.
What are you showing in 26C?
In this photo, I am documenting that his upper right arm is bandaged.
And what are you showing in 26D?
Also, this is a close-up of his, I believe, left hand to show that there is an injury to it as well.
26E?
This is just another angle to show of the injury to his hand.
And you said that there was a second individual at Tampa General Hospital, is that correct?
Yes.
Was that Gino Norris?
Yes, it was.
What are you showing in 25A?
Again, this is just to show who I'm photographing.
25B?
Just a close-up of his face to show who it is as well.
What are you documenting in 25C?
This is to show that he has an injury to his upper right arm.
At some point during working on this case, were you advised to collect a firearm?
Yes, I was.
When did that happen?
While I was at my second location for this call.
What was your second location that you responded to?
It was at Gates Drive.
Is that 3014 Gates Drive?
Yes.
What's located at that address?
I was dispatched there in order to photograph and process a vehicle at the time.
And was that a black Nissan, an apartment complex?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's already been put into evidence, States Exhibit 29A. Is this a picture of that?
Yes.
Did you take that photograph?
Yes, I did.
What are you documenting in 29B?
These are basically just going to be overalls to show the exterior of the vehicle that I'm photographing.
29C.
Again, this is just to show the backside of the vehicle along with the plate.
And are there, you can see law enforcement officers in this photograph, is that correct?
Yes.
When you responded to the second location, did you receive or get a briefing as to what sort of information they wanted documented and collected?
Yes.
Are you documenting in 29D?
This is to show the rear windshield showing that there is damage.
Judge, at this time, we'd offer into evidence the rest of composite 29, E through R.
Any objection?
No objection.
Admitted.
Ms. Calderero, I apologize. Can you tell us what is in 29E?
This would be an overall of the front driver's side bumper area. This is just a continuation of me moving along the driver's side. Now this is the front driver's side tire area.
And can you see any sort of damage in this photograph? I'm sorry, it's not zooming. Is there any damage that you're documenting in this photograph?
Yes.
Can you point that out for us?
You want me to stand up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is just to show that there is damage along the front end bumper and a little bit above the tire rail as well.
29G.
This is again just moving on alongside the driver's side, this time focusing on the driver's side mirror.
Is there damage in this photograph as well?
Yes.
And you said I should ask the question, you're focusing on the driver's side mirror. Is that where the damage is?
Yes.
29H.
Continuing on, this is going towards the driver's side door and rear driver's side door as well.
Is there damage on this side of the vehicle as well?
Yes, there's a little bit on the driver's side door and continuing on to the rear driver's side door as well.
29I.
This is more centering on the rear driver's side door, showing the continuation of the damage.
Do you also document the interior of the vehicle as you find it?
Yes, once I'm done doing my overalls, I then move towards the interior of the vehicle.
What is 29J a photograph of?
This would be the overall of the interior driver's side of that car.
Okay, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Let me see where it takes us. Takes us to our girl. This female. Okay. Let me see here. Okay.
Raymond? Oh, hold on 1 second. Just stop them right there at the door real quick. Just so the media knows, we've got 2 witnesses this afternoon that have requested that their identities not be disclosed. One is Lorna, no.
That's okay.
Lorna Allen, and then Sathan Wadakarami. Okay. Okay, with that, now we can bring them in.
All right. All jurors are in, Judge.
Okay, very good. State our next witness. Oh, before we go, we just need a couple of exhibits.
Yes, Your Honor.
We need to put-
21M to complete 21A through O, the state seeks to admit.
All right, that's without objection, correct? Okay, admitted.
All right, I'm gonna play this last video. Looks like it's gonna be perfect timing. Let me see. Let me see here. Where is it?
Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Michael Ayala. We want to turn now to the murder of Julio Foolio trial going on in Florida. Alicia Andrews is one of 5 people accused of killing the rapper whose real name is Charles Jones. The defense claims that Andrews is not part of the gang and that she had nothing to do with the crime. She was just along for the ride with her boyfriend. Now, during testimony yesterday, the state called Andrews' best friend, who testified about some potentially incriminating text messages that Andrews sent her. Now, we are not allowed to show this witness or identify her, so let's listen to part of her testimony.
And then the defendant then texts back to you, and this is January 21st of 2021, 8:39 a.m. Girl, I don't like Foolio. Ugly ass. He need to die. And that was will friend, and then that code, and he shot me and my friend died, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, I'm pointing out who did it. What's she saying there? What's she talking about?
Well, she's referring to somebody that had just died that we know.
In this
So,
gang war?
Yeah, we're basically just gossiping.
Okay,
We
I
just- we were
understand
talking
that,
about
but
the
who
city
was
girls.
it in this gang war that she personally knows?
Personally?
Yes, you're saying that you're talking about a friend that just died.
Will, that was the only person that we both know.
Will at Rains High School, is that, or who else?
That's it.
Okay, all right. And then what did you say in response?
I can't stand him either. He screamed as and OMG, he killed Will friend. OH, nah, I would have slid. Cause he all on Instagram clowning his A. I would have dropped that bag on his head or came for one of his homeboys. Somebody gotta die.
Okay, let's go back to this when she texted you. Hold on, because I think Foolio talking about Therese and his friends, LMAOOOO. I do not like him. What's she talking about in this particular sentence?
Fulio's talking about Therese on social media.
On social media?
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. And then she says to you, that is Julio, though he recruit a bunch of dumbass who's willing to die. Is that what you said in response to her?
Yes.
And what do you mean by he's recruiting a bunch of people?
Well, it was something that really was city known and everybody was saying, like, I'm not the only person that said that. A lot of people in this city has said that, like, he recruit a lot of people to die, meaning that he got a lot of people that will come behind him ready to risk their life behind him, and he's still out and alive and living his life.
And he's a part of 6 Block, right?
Correct.
Right, so just put into context, those were text messages from about 3 years before the murder in question of Julio Foolio in this case. And the murder was of a guy who went to their high school, those 2 girls, their high school. And the word was that Julio Foolio was responsible for that. So that's what they were talking about. Here is some of the defense's cross-examination of that same witness about whether the text messages were something more than gossip.
Now, when you and Alicia are texting back and forth, how old are you at the time?
I'm 18 at the time.
All right. Are you young at that time?
Yes.
All right. And when you and Alicia are texting back and forth, does this have anything to do with Alicia wanting to kill Julio Foolio?
No.
Did you ever want Julio Foolio to die?
No.
Even though you emphasized the message there, did you want Julio Foolio to die?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance? Overruled, but she has already asked and answered it. So anyway, what's your next question?
Even though you emphasized the message there, did you want Julio Foolio to die?
No.
All right. And when you all are talking back and forth and you're calling each other the B word, bitch, are you all really meaning to degrade each other?
No.
All right. Is that more of a figure of speech?
Yes.
All right. And when you all are talking back and forth with each other, is this a form of gossip?
Yes, it is.
Are you and Alicia Andrews gossiping about what's going on in Jacksonville?
Yes, we are.
With all these different people, whether it be Therese, whether it be Foolio, whether it be this group or this neighborhood, is that gossip?
It is gossip.
All right. And is it ignorant gossip?
It is ignorant gossip.
Right. So now before trial, the defense tried to keep those texts out. Obviously, they lost. Well, the state is now trying to get an even older text. Those were 3 years. Now they're trying to get in 4- and 5-year-old text messages. So the defense argued against those today in court after court was done. So let's go back in and hear some of those arguments.
This is another attempt to, quite frankly, reach and stretch the idea that she is somehow involved in this particular murder, because 4 years ago she had a conversation with a guy who was romantically interested in her, who was really talking about wanting to live a normal life and be away from all of this, and how he's warning people to stay away from it. So it's not even it is not actually the way that they're framing it. But even if it were, the fact that she knows these people, she lives in Jacksonville, Your Honor. She is from Jacksonville. It is inevitable that she's gonna know people or have communication with these people. Her association, and I don't mean association with the gang, I mean knowing these people or coming into contact with them, is not a material issue in this case. It is another attempt by the state to put this before the jury to make it appear as though she is associated with the gang, when their own expert officers, detectives, are going to testify that she's not associated with the gang.
All right, interesting stuff there. Let's bring back in our guest still with us to discuss. National Trial Attorney Michael Jaffer. Michael, I got to say, yesterday when I heard the testimony of her text messages, and I have been waiting in this trial to find out what connections they had with this girl, with this gang, so that they thought she might have been a part of this. Because as far as I've heard, the information and the evidence is kind of lean. When I heard those texts, it changed my view of her. right? And I said, okay, these are 3 years before. And the cross kind of brought me back and said, look, that's just folks talking about what's going on in the neighborhood. There's a lot of chat going on, a lot of gossip, and you may say things that you don't really mean. So it kind of brought me back a little bit. But quickly, let's talk about those texts that were 3 years when she's talking about, oh, that murder that happened at her school and Julio Foolio's this, that, and the other thing. What did you make of that? Should that have been let in? And how probative is it of the fact that she may be a little bit more than meets the eye as far as this gang is concerned?
It absolutely should not have been let in. I think it rises to the level of potentially appealable error. I don't know why the judge would let that in. And yes, it did change my opinion of her. I gave the example yesterday of how much time she'd be spending in jail. And she was a kid. She was even a bigger kid back then, just 3 years ago. I don't even know how much of her brain was not even fully developed. And because it also changed my reflection on her, these were private text messages that clearly had nothing to do with the murder that happened 3 years later. So why the judge let it in? Big mistake. I think it was very prejudicial. It had very little probative value. What was the point? That she's the type of person who will 3 years from now drive people to kill him at the Holiday Inn in a parking lot? It's ridiculous. It's absurd.
Yeah, now, it could go to similar to what we just saw, Mike. It could go to the argument that if she's claiming she was only there because she wanted to go along with her boyfriend who was a bit hostile and threatening, et cetera, and we may even hear that he abused her if she decides to take the stand, that kind of evidence refutes that idea that she didn't know what was going on, and that when they're out there and they're talking about this guy and they're driving around looking at this guy, she knows exactly what they're doing or what they're out to do because she's involved in it. She's talked about it. Not that she maybe wanted to do it, but she knew what was going on.
That's very insightful way of looking at it, and that's what the prosecution said, and they clearly won the day, and the judge clearly went forward with that. For me, it's so prejudicial because it was 3 years ago and because that's how kids talk. They were calling each other the B word in those text messages, but they're friends. It's just a different lingo, different vernacular, but their life is small. Like, people have to look at the lifestyle that they were living in, and the world they lived in was so small, and this was everything they had, and they just talked about it. I'm sure there was thousands of text messages she exchanged with that friend about other people and other gang-related issues that she had nothing to do with. But clearly, the way you just laid it out is what the judge was convinced by.
Yeah, and finally, just quickly, I got 20 seconds, Mike. Now they're trying to get something that's even further in the distance. Do you think the judge said, okay, look, I gave you a win here, not going to give you that one. What do you think he'll do with the 4 years?
I think he'll say, no, I don't want to get appealed and have it be brought back. I already I walked down the plank enough for you guys.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. All right.
Now at 6, the trial for the first of 5 suspects in the Julio Foolio murder trial in Tampa, now underway today. Alicia.
All right, that was a clip I originally had put on for another one. What is this? Here it is. I'm looking for some different clip. I gotta go down and take my drugs. I'll put you on a bit of a clip from one of the first days of the trial. Let me see here. Okay, here we go. Enjoy.
Good morning. Would you please state your name and spell both names, please?
My name is Officer J.L. Mahamoudi Vega. First name J-A-E-L. Last name B-A-H-A-M-U-N-D-I-V-E-G-A.
All right. And what kind of work do you do, sir?
I am a police officer in the city of Louisville.
Okay. With what agency?
I am currently working with the city of Lawrenceville Police Department.
Is that contained within the county of Gwinnett?
Yes.
And is Gwinnett County just to the northeast of the city of Atlanta?
Yes, sir.
And Atlanta, is that DeKalb County?
Atlanta is
Fulton
Fulton County.
County. Okay. How long have you worked for the Lawrenceville PD?
I've worked in Lawrenceville PD since May of this year.
May of this year. Before working there, did you work for another agency in Gwinnett?
Yes, sir. I worked for the Gwinnett County Police Department.
So I'm going to call your attention back to June, July time period of 2024. You were working for Gwinnett County PD at that time.
Yes, sir.
How long had you been working for Gwinnett at that point?
At that point, I was more than likely coming up on 3 years.
And at that time and now, are you certified by state of Georgia guidelines as a law enforcement officer?
Yes, sir.
Did you attend a police academy?
Yes, sir.
And do you go through annual qualifications or periodic qualifications to maintain your certification?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to call your attention back to June 26th of 2024. Were you on duty in the early morning hours with Gwinnett County PD?
Yes, sir.
Were you in the area of the city of Norcross?
Yes, sir.
Is that a city that's also contained within Gwinnett County?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, what was your assignment or duty?
At that time, I was assigned to West Precinct for Gwinnett County Police Department as a uniform division patrol officer.
So how were you dressed that morning?
I was dressed in a police uniform. It was a French blue uniform with a badge and patches that say Gwinnett County Police Department.
Were you driving a marked patrol vehicle?
Yes, sir.
What kind of vehicle?
It was a Ford Taurus with markings inside that say Gwinnett County Police Department and a light bar.
Were there other lights on that car?
Aside from the light bar, the front bumper, and I believe the rear.
Was there a supervisor with Gwinnett County PD who had been working on license plate reader leads for a vehicle that was wanted out of the city of Tampa here in Florida?
Yes, sir.
And was that an individual named Lieutenant Cheek?
Yes, sir.
And was he also an employee or a police officer with Gwinnett County?
Yes, sir.
And was the vehicle you were or he was working on a silver in color Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Now, were there LPRs, specifically Flock brand cameras at that time in the city of Norcross?
Yes, sir.
Was that a system at that time that you were somewhat familiar with?
Yes, sir.
Had it been installed in that area in the years just prior to this?
Yes, sir.
Does that system alert if a license plate is put into it? Does it alert if it picks up on its cameras that that vehicle is in a certain area?
Yes, sir.
Does it alert to, based on the cameras and the positioning of the cameras, as to the location of the vehicle
Yes, sir.
and the time that the license plate is read?
Yes, sir.
May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
Did Lieutenant Cheek contact you and some other uniformed officers to assist in searching for that Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Were you in communication with him by radio or did you meet with him in person that morning?
Radio and in person.
All right. And about what time in the morning did this happen?
If I remember correctly, it would have been from the hours of 3 in the morning up to 6 in the morning.
Were you at some point alerted by Lieutenant Cheek to a possible location for the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And was that again based on Flock camera activity?
Yes, sir.
And let me just specify about Flock. Flock is a company, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's based out of Georgia, right?
To my understanding, it is.
All right. And that's Flock.
Yes, sir.
That's the spelling. And they manufacture and produce these LPR or license plate recognition systems
Yes, sir.
that include installing cameras. So they contract either with a city or with a law enforcement agency to install those?
Yes, sir.
Was it brought to your attention that the silver Chevy Cruze was in an area near a hotel in Norcross?
Yes, sir.
And would that have been on Oak Brook Parkway?
Yes, sir.
Did you respond to that area?
Yes, I believe the address is more than likely 5945 Oakwood Parkway, if I'm correct.
Okay, and that would be the address of a certain hotel in that area?
Yes, sir.
When you responded, were you alone in your patrol car or was someone with you?
when we responded, I was alone on a patrol car, yes, sir.
Okay. And was there another patrol car or other patrol officers that were responding in their cars to that area?
Yes, sir.
And was this occurring at around 6:40 a.m.? Does that sound right? So based on the information provided to you by Lieutenant Cheek, did you respond to the, I believe it's called the Baymont Hotel on Oak Brook? At some point, did you enter the parking lot?
Yes, sir.
And once entering the parking lot, did you visually see the Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Was it daylight at that point, or was there at least some light?
It was daylight.
It was daylight. And was the Chevy Cruze displaying the license plate 0F30BNRI?
Yes, sir.
And what was the vehicle doing when you saw it?
So as soon as I hit the parking lot, the vehicle was front facing parking. That was when I made contact with the vehicle.
So it was pulling into a parking spot?
Yes, sir.
And you say you made contact with the vehicle. What exactly did you do?
So I got behind it, I activated my emergency equipment. I stepped out of my vehicle and simultaneously black male stepped out and hit the vehicle.
From what door?
Driver.
All right. And did your investigation reveal whether there was anyone else in the car at that time?
Based on that time, there was no one else in the car.
Okay. So he gets out simultaneously to you getting out of your patrol car. Are you producing anything from somewhere on your belt at that point?
Yes, based on the fact that it was with the vehicle and all that, I pulled my firearm out and gave her a little hand.
Now, at that point, did you have knowledge through either Lieutenant Cheek or other officers as to why that car was wanted or what it was in relation to, what kind of investigation?
Yes, sir.
And what did you know at that point?
At that point, through running the vehicle through Florida's database and the CIC database for license plates, it came out as a vehicle involved in I believe, a homicide, if I remember what the hit was.
Okay. Now, were you aware at that point, when you were in your vehicle at that time, of the murder of an individual who had a celebrity name of Julio Foolio?
Yes, through just social media, but yeah.
Did you associate the two things? That car was wanted in relationship to that homicide?
Yeah, I basically put it together on my own, based on it was Tampa and the date of entry. I believe it was probably 3 days or some change after the fact.
Did you know that firearms had been involved in that homicide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is that one of the reasons you pulled your duty sidearm?
Yes, sir.
When you produced your sidearm and you were exiting your car, did you point it at the suspect that was getting out of the Chevy Cruze?
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna just end it right here. I'm gonna try to watch this versus and this baseball game at the same time. It's been real. Thank you all. Good night.